back in the treatment room. This is Alexia here. She's actually one of our patient advocates, and we're actually going to be doing Sculptra. So today is going to be Sculptra 101, everything to know about it and why you should even care. So Alexia, tell me what made you interested in Sculptra.
So it builds your own collagen, and for me, my cheeks are really prominent, and so when I start to age and lose all this bone, I'm going to start looking really like a skull, and so it's going to build really natural looking volumes.
All right, so let me explain to you Alexia's diagnosis. So first of all, Alexia's issue is actually going to be volume. And what's interesting is we've never injected Alexia's cheeks, but because she's losing volume around the edges of her face, she actually can look like a little bit almost too cheeky, or like she's had cheek injections. So again, the goal here at GoodSkin is that everyone looks like they've never had any treatments. And so sometimes we actually have to do treatments to make it look like you never had any treatments. So Sculptra is PLLA, or polylactic acid, and it will cause your body to form its own collagen and create volume. And that will happen over the course of anywhere from 3 months to a year. Now, basically the question is, why use Sculptra versus Renuva? Now, Sculptra is actually for someone who is a little more cost conscious. Sculptra is going to be a slower process. It's not going to be immediate. It will still improve the skin, but it's something that people can come and break it up a little bit less. Sculptra is still going to be a nice volumizer, and it will create your own. So we're still in the category of creating your own. The next question I get about Sculptra is, could we do her case with filler? So I absolutely could do her case with filler, and I do often do people's case with filler, and then I will put the Sculptra in when they're not needing the immediate result. So the reason to do that is that someone, say you come in and you're like, I really want my face to look better today, I don't want to wait the 3 to 6 months. We could put the Sculptra in. Sculptra will last 2+ years, and then as the filler is going away, the Sculptra will start to grow in. And that's one really great way to do it. And in terms of aftercare, what does everyone need to know about Sculptra, Alexia?
Ooh, 5-5-5, which is massage the areas injected 5 times a day for the next 5 days for 5 minutes a day to prevent what we call Sculptra bumps.
So this is what Sculptra looks like. It's this really nice little milky collagen stimulator, and so we're going to be placing it. One of the keys to the GoodSkin aesthetic, or the untouched look, is that over time, although I will treat people here, the very American model is that as you get older and everything falls to this way, you walk into clinics and then everyone basically treats you here, here, and here. And then over time, the face looks flat. And what really is going on is that we really want to create that lift and structure from back here. So this is another point that I think is interesting, is that say Alexia decided she was going to totally stop working in the industry and wasn't going to do anything else ever again. She would always look better because she had volume here and here holding up her face. And that's one of the problems that can happen when you're getting treatments for all of your problems versus the source, is that you stop treatments, all of this accumulates, and some of it stays. You further age more this way, because everything is sagging this way. I'm simplifying it. And then you basically just look worse, and this all looks hollow. So this is something I think about. I think that, you know, as a team, if you're someone that's doing any, healthy aging or trying to slow down aging for people, you want to think about how what you're doing today will affect them in 10 years. And that's something that I train all our providers to really take into account. So in short, that's really how we really want to address the face, is again, always thinking of lifting, not filling. And that's what we're starting Alexia on early. And another advantage of our method is that we can work with filler, we can work with Renuva, we can work with Sculptra. We are an expert clinic that basically has all the forms of treatment and can deliver the best results because of that. So I love staying on top of all the newest and most effective treatments that the industry has to offer. All right, you ready to get started?
Let's do it.
Okay. I just finished one side of Alexia, and again, this is Sculptra. This is not filler, so it looks really puffy. Now, remember, Sculptra is a lot of liquid. So in terms of aftercare, I love to talk about aftercare and healing. First of all, if you're planning on getting Sculptra or you think you might be a candidate, please don't plan a dinner that night, okay? You know, Sculptra is a liquid. This is actually going to be about 50% down just by tomorrow. But you can see, like, that's her side without Sculptra. This is her side with Sculptra. It's really full. So no dinner that night, but what you can see is that she has no bruising. So Sculptra actually is a very low downtime procedure, but you want to have no dinner plans that night. And the other thing is that, go ahead and I want you to open your jaw a few times. Yeah, so her jaw is going to be a little sore because I worked in the temple. So I actually want her to, she's going to open her jaw and stretch it and continue that motion. Again, we talked about the 5-5-5 in terms of massaging. And then she's actually going to come back for her second session of this in 4 to 6 weeks. She works here, so that will be easy.
Convenient.
Yeah. Now, what you can also notice is this side of her face is numb. That's why one side is moving, one side is not. So don't be worried about that. That's totally normal. But again, no dinner that night. And so her second session is going to be at 4 to 6 weeks. Now, because Alexia, you're in your 30s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So because she's in her 30s, she's actually going to come for about 3 to 5 sessions of this every 4 to 6 weeks. So how Sculptra works is you come for the number of sessions based on your age, your expectations, and your severity of the condition. So Alexia's volume loss is a severity on a scale of 1 to 3. Let's say a scale of 1 to 5. Her severity of volume loss is at like a 2 to 3. So it's kind of right in the middle. I estimate that because of her age, she's in her 30s, she'll come anywhere from 3 to 4 times, and it will then last her 2+ years. And then what she'll do to maintain that is she'll generally come every 6 months for a top up. So we talk a lot about there's a catch up period, and then we want to keep your gas tank full. And so we don't let it go all the way down. We don't have to do all that same work again. And so she'll come every 6 months for, in her situation, probably about 2 vials. And that will be her maintenance. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and finish the other side. I'm going to let you guys go do whatever you were doing before you watch this. And I look forward to seeing you come visit us in the clinic in LA or New York City. Go ahead and book a complimentary meet and greet on our website, GoodSkinClinics.com. Happy to answer all your questions. Happy to give you expert advice. And we look forward to seeing you in the clinic. Bye.